Okay, well, had a really pleasant night here at Gatcombe Head and a beautiful day. No wind whatsoever, there's nothing on. What I'm going to do, tomorrow I've got to get up to the marina. We're about 7 nautical miles away, and if I get up in the morning and head up there, I'll be pushing the tide the whole way. So what I'm going to do is take the boat up to Picnic Point up there. It's a bit past the marina, but from there it's a really easy trip to get back to the marina without pushing the tide all the way. So that's the plan. First thing we've got to do is get the anchor up, I guess. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't.
All ships, Mobile 2 inbound with a vessel on tow to the marina.
So what we're going to do here, we're just going to head up the back of Coyne Island, and that keeps us out of all the shipping channels and out of the way of the ships. So we'll get up the back here somewhere, and we'll find somewhere luxurious to stay for the night, and then the marina is off to our left now, not very far away, so we're not going to have to push a whole heap of tide to get up there tomorrow morning. Beautiful day, dead flat, not a breath of wind, so it's pretty nice really. Tidal Island, not a bad little beach off that. Could anchor there, but I think I'm going to go up near Picnic, over behind Tide Island by the look of it. Looks like a bit of a shallow patch over there. We'll go and have a look at that. I'm just doing this on the Echo Sounder. You can see how deep it is now. A bit too deep to be anchoring, especially with this tide running. Okay, well this will be a pretty good depth for us. I can anchor in this okay, and it doesn't look like the bottom's too bad. It shows a drying patch in front of us, so we don't want to be on that. I'm sort of thinking around about here it's looking pretty good. 3 metres is plenty of water for us. So we've got about 20 metres out in 3 metres of water, should be plenty. Okay, a bit of planning goes a long way. We're doing 7.6 knots now.
All marina traffic, Parangil inbound to the service wharf.
So most of that's from the tide. We've got about a 2 knot tide running out at the moment, and going to where I was last night, it means that the tide's from behind me, so we're picking up all of that speed. I'm going to be in the marina in probably a quarter of an hour. So just planning things out a little bit when you're in tidal areas like this really does pay dividends. Saves fuel, saves time. I just hate pushing tide. Anyway, we're just coming down past the Port Clinton coal dock at the moment, and then we'll be down to the marina. I've logged on with VTS, not much traffic around, so we don't have to worry about ships at the moment, and we'll be tied up in the marina really shortly. There you go, Shieldsy.
Have a safe watch, but standing by.
Well, the boat's all tied up and put away. First thing to do is go up to the office and buy a week. I do like it here, it's a great marina and great staff. Can't do too much to help you. Fantastic. Okay, so paired for a week. I've got some parcels there to pick up, but I'll grab them later. I'm going to head uptown. I've got to get a fuse holder, so I'll walk up to J-Car. And before I do that, I'm going to go and get a coffee and maybe some breakfast. Good little cafe up here. I've got about 3 or 4k hike into J-Car. Not that far, so 3 or 4k there, 3 or 4k back, but I'm going to go in. I've got to get a fuse holder to replace on my fridge. It's got a little bit of water on it from all the rain we had the other week. I'll get that fixed, and I've got parcels up at the office. I'll pick them up. They'll be the engine mounts and a few other things, so I'll get them down onto the boat and probably start on the engine mounts tomorrow. A little bit of a relaxing day today. I'm going to have some brekkie here and a coffee and just ease into it. Well, it was a pretty big brekkie, but time to walk a bit of it off now. I'm going into J-Car, so be good to give the legs a bit of a run. They haven't done much in the last week or so, so yeah, we'll get them working again. Beautiful day here in Gladstone. Well, going to Jaycar and you've got to buy a bag of stuff. I love Jaycar. Now we've got a few jobs to do now. Well, back from Jaycar and back from the office. Feels a bit like Christmas. Okay, so from Jaycar I bought some implements for extracting things out of the bilge, a little grab arm and a magnet on the end. So that'll be handy for picking up nuts that I've dropped down in the bilge under the motors, I reckon. That's one item. I've bought a solar powered light that's going to go on the back of the boat, and I'll put the panel up on the roof, and then that will light up the back of the boat when I come home in the dinghy at night after dark, which will make things a bit safer. Bought some shrink wrap that I needed, some various ones. Bought a bit of epoxy filled shrink wrap. I'll keep that on board for doing jobs outside. I've got a few spade terminals, and the little fuse holders that I need for the fridge, so that'll be a job for today. I think these are going to be the engine mounts I require. And 4 of them. Well packed. They're from Boat Warehouse, and they're the mounts I'm going to put under the motors. Very fast delivery, an online store, Boat Warehouse. Can recommend them if you want to buy things like that. So that's all good. Thanks very much, dudes. That's all of my parcels from Gladstone. I've got one more up there. I know it's from Cleaner Works. Thanks, Jeff. A bit more maxi wax, and no doubt Jeff's thrown a couple of other things in as well. He's a good man. But yeah, I gave my last bit of polish to my mate down in Bundy, so I'm out of maxi wax and I've got to have it, keep waxing the boat, which is good. Great stuff, thanks Jeff. So yeah, I've got everything I need now. I'm going to have an easy day today. I'm going to replace that fuse holder for the fridge, and then I'll maybe put the light up out the back, a couple of little jobs, and I'll save the engine mounts to tomorrow. That's a bit of a bigger chore, so I'll leave that and start that tomorrow. Well, they look excellent and a lot better, a lot cheaper than having them made as one-offs as these were. I think these cost about $200. These cost, I think, about $40 each. Fantastic. Okay, so these are the new engine mounts I ordered from Boating Warehouse. They're a Vetus flexible mount, and I've got to replace them under the engines. So let's have a look and see where they've got to go. So there's one down there and one up here on each side of the motor. So there's 4 of them. And what I need to do is jack the front of the motor up, replace the front ones, and then jack the back of the motor up and replace the back ones. And then the hardest part of the whole process is lining the motor up again. So I've got to get the motor lined up with a shaft. Now I'm not going to film this because there's plenty on YouTube if you need to do it. And yeah, you can have a look at putting engine mounts under your motor if you have to do it, flexible mounts. For me to film it as well as do it, it's just a it's just a chore for me to do, and I've got to get in here and do it. I'm doing it by myself, so I'm just going to get in and do the job, but that's what I'm in Gladstone for, so it'll take me a couple of days, and we'll see you at the end of it. Well, boys and girls, although I didn't show it, that was a pretty big day. Must have been in there the engine room 15, 20 times, doing my engine room aerobics. Why do I do this in Gladstone? Well, I've got good access to stores that have hoses and hose clamps and tools and things like that. It's all very close by, but the best thing about Gladstone is their facilities here are 5-star. It's so good to work all day. I was pretty buggered by the time I finished, I tell you. But to be able to go up into the showers and have a really nice long hot shower in 5-star amenities is just fantastic. Even a hairdryer up there, I sat down and just dried my hair for half an hour, I reckon. But anyway, that was a big day. I've done one motor, completed it. I've got new engine mounts under it. I've lined it up, done the whole works. So I've got one to do. I don't know, the body's aching a bit. Feeling my age tonight. But I don't know, carnivore, probably tomorrow I'll be all right. I'll get up, have some brekkie and maybe attack the other side. It'd be good to get them knocked off in the first couple of days, and then I can relax a bit for the rest of the week. And I have got an appointment to see an optometrist on Wednesday, so that'll chew up a bit of that day. So I'll try and knock this other one over tomorrow. As I said, look, it would have been absolutely horrific trying to film it. I wouldn't have done you justice, and there's plenty on the net. If you want to see how to do it, have a look on the internet, have a look on YouTube. Plenty of sites there showing you how to replace flexible engine mounts. Anyway, good to have one done, one down, one to go.